Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it is official. Kevin McCarthy is the new Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, has made it against all odds to take this new third highest position that the United States of America has to award after the President and Vice President. Now, there have been 20 overall defections on the Republican side who refused to endorse and support Kevin McCarthy and decided to vote for Jim Jordan instead, a representative from Ohio who humbly did not endorse his own campaign. These people all voted for him against his own will and did not try to make any further demands. Now, these people at first I thought were just doing this as attention whores. Everything they cared about was delaying the process and bringing attention to their own political careers and their own support of Donald Trump. However, they actually ended up pushing forward a pretty good list of very positive demands that we see here right now. And Kevin McCarthy was forced to agree to all of these demands in order for these people to vote for him and give him the speakership. Now, amongst those demands are any one member of Congress can bring up a motion to vacate the chair. So, everybody, when there's a committee chair, everybody can ask for that chair to be removed and there will be a vote on it. Give power back to each individual Congress member. That means, actually, that doesn't mean anything because it's just a line, but the third one is important. Individual Congress members should be able to offer legislation. This is where it gets interesting. Because as of right now, yes, everybody in Congress can offer legislation, but whatever bill you propose must make it through a committee first in order to be voted on. And many times, very positive, very bottom-up working class legislation gets blocked in the committee by some backdoor shenanigans. This will be eliminated by this new rule. Floor vote on individual Congress members' legislation. No amendment has been offered by individual members on the House floor in open debate since May 2016. So if somebody opens a motion during open debate, that must be voted on. Actually, this should be regular, but as of right now, it is still being required at every single fucking bill is being proposed to a committee before it's being introduced to the floor. Any one member can make an amendment to a piece of legislation if germane to the legislation. So if the topic of the legislation is the same, any member can amend it. A minimum time to review legislation before it comes to the floor, 72 hours minimum. This is also very good because that way the public can give in its own opinion, the press can weigh in to every single bill. Unpopular bills that benefit members of Congress individually are usually rushed through. That won't be possible with a mandatory waiting period. Single issue bills instead of multiple different issues within one bill that is thousands of pages long. Well, that just means that instead of linking together two things that have absolutely nothing to do with each other, like linking a bill that allows companies to pollute rivers with a bill that provides American flags for orphans, you're not allowed to link those together. Therefore, by voting against this bill, they can no longer hold it against you by saying, oh, you voted against free flags for American orphans. And elect the chair of the committees instead of having them assigned. As of right now, party leadership chooses the chair of a committee. This really isn't the way our committee should be working. Now the committee members are going to individually determine by a majority vote who will be chairing the committee. Speaker will not be involved in primaries aimed at defeating other conservatives, so Kevin McCarthy won't be able to put money into Republican primaries in order to defeat a Republican in the primary. And last but not least, subcommittees should have the ability to issue subpoenas, which will allow more investigations to occur. So this is a very good list of demands, and even though there isn't really much policy in there, there is much about how to break the pretty brokered structure of our nation's government and its legislative bodies. This will make it more democratic and more representative of the people and the individual members of Congress. Therefore, I support this list of demands, and I'm glad that the Freedom Caucus got its way. Please be free to leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below. Just as always, have a nice day. Max out. Bye-bye.